What is going on, guys? Panther here, bringing you the APA Season 6 Championship game. So this match is against Hugo and the Montreal Monfernos, our defending champion. So really excited about this match. Really excited to bring it to you guys live as well. As you can see right here, Hugo has an extremely threatening team. He has the Suicune, the Darmanitan, the Azelf, the Mega Altaria, the Zapdos, and the Rhyperior. So same six he brought against us in week 5, where we were able to pick up the 5-0 win. But you know just as well as I do, Hugo definitely did not bring these same sets. A couple of them may be the same, but especially since we showed each other our teams after that battle, it's gonna be really interesting to see how this one winds up. So we have a little bit of an unusual team here. We we mix things up for this battle. We have a couple of mons that we brought last time. I think we have 4 out of 6 the same. But you know, I have a defensive Blastoise primarily for that Darmanitan. I actually have the choice Banded Weevil this time. He was swept by Swords Dance last time. So have the Banded Weevil this time. We have have a defensive Rocky Helmet Tangrowth just in case I need to play around that Mega Altaria or the Darmanitan any. I have a very offensive Nidoqueen, which is going to be really hard for him to switch into, to be quite honest with you. I have a Taunt Crocodile, and then I have my Shift Gear Metronome Magearna. So, like I said, guys, really excited to bring you this battle. Hugo is an amazing battler. He's definitely a threat to win the championship every season. So I really hate that our perfect record is going up against this guy out of all people. Would have rather played anybody else in the league in this one, but had a feeling if we did make it to the championship, it was going to be this guy. So, you know, good luck to you, Hugo, my friend, and let's go ahead and get started here. So, last time he led with the Darmanitan, and I led with my Magearna. So, the chances of him doing that again, what are the chances of him doing that again? Pretty high. So, he could go with the Darmanitan lead. Again, he could go with the Rhyperior lead. He could go with an Azelf lead. This is definitely a tough one. Definitely a tough one. I'm tempted to just go ahead and lead my Blastoise because it can beat the Rhyperior and it can beat the what's that thing called, Darmanitan. I think I'm going to do that as a matter of fact. Only thing that could be bad for me is if he leads the Zapdos. If he leads the Zapdos, that's rather unfortunate. So we're going to go ahead and lead with my Mega Blastoise. Go ahead and get my Mega off, get that extra bulk. I'm kind of predicting him to lead with the Darmanitan again, just for the sheer fact that he led with it last time. Oh, we see Zapdos. Oh, so we see Zapdos here, turn 1. So that's really unfortunate. Here, turn 1 to see Zapdos. So he could be some type of sub-toxic set. He could be Volt Switch. He could be some type of like HPI set or something like that. So, man, this is going to be a really tough game, guys. I'm really nervous about this one. I just really want this win. I just really want to finish what we started and pick up this win. I really would like to have this, to be completely honest. Oh man. So I definitely don't want to stay in here. I think he knows that. I really don't think he's going to go for a Volt Switch here. I really don't think that he's going to go for a Volt Switch here. I think he's more likely to go for like a Toxic or something like that. I know he likes sub-toxic Zapdos a lot. I'm tempted to risk my Nidoqueen here. I could go Dundee. That's probably the safest play since Dundee's probably the least most useful member of my team. But if he is sub-toxic, that's really annoying. So would be unfortunate to see that here. I did bring AV Magearna last time too. I don't know if he would go Toxic. I think I'm going to go Dundee here. I'm going to go Dundee. I think he's smarter than that. U-turn, so good prep, good tech on his part with the U-turn. Who's he go into here now? Who does he go into here now? So let's see. Let's see what the U-turn does from a defensive Zapdos. Alright, so that is definitely not, definitely doesn't have any attack investment. Definitely doesn't have any attack investment, so which is not a surprise. But you know, any information that I can get on this thing is going to be good. Because Zapdos definitely gives my team problems, other than Weevil. So kind of do wish I would have went maybe Tangrowth there and gotten that Rocky Helmet chip damage off on it. His play here is probably going to be to go with the Mega Altaria or the Azelf or the Suicune. I think Suicune's probably the most likely play here. So what's he going to go into? He's calcing my set, obviously, here. He's calcing my set. He's going to know that I'm not really defensive. I'm more speedy. I don't have the HP investment. I have it in attack. Is this my... I guess this is my Crocodile. So what's he going to go into here? I really think he's probably going to go Suicune. Really think that he's probably going to go Suicune. Then he's probably just going to go for the Toxic next. Rhyperior. So there is the Rhyperior. So defensive Rhyperior. Can't do much to me. Another thing is Megahorn. The Megahorn does a bunch, actually. He is not intimidated, though. So we're going to take the Intimidate off. Actually does a tremendous amount there. He doesn't have anybody that wants to switch into Sleep Powder, really. I could Taunt just to prevent the Stealth Rocks. This is his Rocker. This is a Stealth Rocker. Obviously, he knows Crocodile gets Taunt. He used it against me last season in the semi, so I would hate for him to predict that. I kind of want to go Taunt, but then I kind of want to just get my Rocks up, too. But if he has some type of offensive set or something like that, that's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. He could realistically knock out my Rhyperior here, or my Crocodile here. I don't want Rocks up. I really don't want Rocks up. Oh, this is. Do I predict the Stealth Rock? Here's the question. Do I predict the Stealth Rock? I really just want to taunt here. I want to taunt. Good. Okay, so he was scouting for the EQ there. So no taunt. This thing probably just going to go for a Fairy type move or maybe an Earthquake now. He could definitely do either. I would love to know if this thing is special or physical. I think Nidoqueen's probably the fairest play here because I can put the pressure on with Nidoqueen. If this thing's offensive, what does it do to my Nidoqueen? Let's see. Mega Altaria. Let's see if it says offensive. The Earthquake's going to do a tremendous amount if he is offensive. The return is not going to do much. Tangrowth eats this thing up even more, though. I don't think he would go for the Fire Blast here. But if he is Hyper Voice, I think we do force him to be timid to outspeed my Nidoqueen. But if he is Hyper Voice, Hyper Voice just does a tremendous amount to me. I really do think he would be special. No, Nah, because it gets Fire Blast too, so it could definitely be special to take care of my my Magearna. I don't think he would Hyper Voice here though, but he could definitely Fire Blast. I think probably Nidoqueen's just the safest play. I kind of wish I had Protect. But I think I'm gonna go Nidoqueen. Gosh, this is such a this is gonna be such a hard match, such a long match. I have a feeling. I think I'm gonna go Nidoqueen. I need to scout, see what he is. All right, there's the return. So we eat that up. So let's figure out what type he is. He's definitely physical. So that was the return. It did 26%. So Jolly 26.6. So he is not fully attack invested, but he's got some. So he's mixed. He's got a little bit of bulk. I really don't think he would risk this. But I think we just fire off an Ice Beam here, perhaps. It's going to do a lot to this thing if he chooses to stay in. He could go Zapdos. Could be Spadef Zapdos. I think we're just going to go ahead and fire off the Ice Beam, hoping that he goes into Zapdos here. So we know Altaria is physical now. It's probably Dragon Dance Roost, probably Earthquake, and this, which means Tangrowth walls it. I mean, he may be mixed. He may have Fire Blast just for that, but I think he probably more likely has the other. So I think we're going to Ice Beam. We're just going to Ice Beam. Should do a tremendous amount to the Zapdos, which I think is probably his fairest play here. I think he's got to know that we're a more offensive set. But if we get damage on this thing, I'm in a lot better of a shape, and in a lot better shape here, just for the sheer fact that I can revenge kill this thing with Weevil if necessary. His only real Weevil switch in is going to be there's Suicune. So predicted the Zapdos there. Good play on his part. 12%. So this thing has some Spadef investment. How much? 12.2. So he has a lot of special defense investment, actually. Not unless I just got a pretty min roll. He's got some. He's mixed. So Sludge Wave obviously would have been a huge play to make there. He's leftovers, so we know that now as well. So we could go Blastoise here. But he could try to Toxic me. Scald does a good amount. I don't think he's definitely not going to Scald here, though. He's going to double or he's going to Toxic one. Or Sub, perhaps, maybe. So we're gonna go Magearna. He's not gonna Scald here. I could definitely see him doubling though. I wonder what this thing is. Play is either Blastoise or Magearna. I think McGear knows the best play here. So he fired off a Scald. Oh man, got the crit burn on me. Wow. So that's rather unfortunate there. He got a crit burn. So that definitely sucks here. That definitely sucks. Unfortunately, this thing's probably going to be a huge issue. He's not going to stay in. He's going to go Zapdos, he's going to go Rhyperior one. He's going to go Zapdos or Rhyperior. Definitely going to go Zapdos or Rhyperior. He's not going to risk a Specs Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch. He's going to go one of the two. I think fairest play is probably going to be my Nidoqueen. I think that's probably going to be my fairest play. Man. That really sucks. Oh man. This is tough here. Maybe we just Dazzling Gleam here. Maybe we just Dazzling Gleam. I think it definitely goes to Rhyperior. Rhyperior definitely does not like the Dazzling Gleam. I'm gonna go Dazzling Gleam. He's probably going Zapdos. Oh, probably going Zapdos. Oh. Oh, there it is. So if I would have brought the Heart Swap set like I was planning on, that would have been fantastic. The question is can we overpower this thing? We can go straight out into Blastoise here. Man, I wish I would have had Heart Swap here. And I didn't think he would bring Calm Minds, why I ended up not going with Heart Swap here, just because I have Tangrowth and he needs Ice Beam. So if he has the Rest, Sleep Talk, Calm Mind set, you know, I felt like I could handle that with Tangrowth. So we're gonna go out into Blastoise. That's a decent amount. We're gonna go ahead and Roar though. Let's get this thing out of here. There's the Toxic. So Toxic. Oh, there's this thing. And this thing could be his subset from last time. Could definitely be a subset from last time. So we're going to fire off the Scald. I don't want this thing to set up. Really don't want this thing to set up. So we are toxic now, unfortunately. There's the U-turn. Make a bad play, Hugo. Give me a Rhyperior here. Come on, man. It's not looking good for us already, guys. Just so you guys know. Oh, we got a clutch burn, so that's good at least. This time we're gonna go Tangrowth. We're gonna go Tangrowth this time. He probably has Return and Fire Blast to deal with my Tangrowth. There's the Dragon Dance. There is the Dragon Dance. I think we're going to Leech Seed here. Yeah, if he has Fire Blast, he has Fire Blast, but we're going to Leech Seed. There's the Rhyperior. So good. So good. So, no way he stays in here. So we're going to go for Sleep Powder. Oh, and we miss. That really sucks. Here. We're gonna go for another Sleep Powder. Or maybe we should double Leech Seed. No, because if you want something to sleep, I believe it's going to be this. He could go Altaria. He could just go Altaria. We're going to Sleep Powder. What's his play now? Probably going to Giga Drain. Or... I think we're just going to Leech Seed. He's not going to stay in. He's not just going to let me whittle down his Rhyhorn. Right on. We're going to Seed. We're going to Seed for whatever comes in next. So my fate, the fate of my match now lies in this, in my Weevil. Let me calc something real fast. I'm going to see Mega Blastoise versus that of Zelf. U-turn's so hard to calc because the percentage is only a few difference. So 13.9%. So he didn't have any. So he is an attacking Azelf. We're going to Seed. Here. Alright, so we've got Leech Seeds on Zapdos now. He could definitely U-turn again here. Or he could Heat Wave. U-turn or Heat Wave. Either one he could do. I think he's probably got U-turn, Roost, Thunderbolt, and either the Heat Wave or the Extra Sensory. Would really help if I got my rocks up here, though. I again think U-turn's probably a fair play for him here. It's probably going to be a fair play here. Oh, does he U-turn or does he... Because if he U-turns, I want to stay in and get the Rocky Helmet on him, but I do not want to catch a Heat Wave. Tangrowth really does some good work to his team here, so I'm thinking about just staying in here, but I think Dundee may be the play as well. I think I'm going to go Dundee. He could U-turn. He could very well U-turn here. I think he may U-turn, not want to stay in and take this. There's a U-turn. I should have just stayed in, got that Rocky Helmet chip on him. So probably Suicune comes back in now. Most likely the Suicune is going to come back. I wish U-turn worked like Baton Pass and kept these Leech Seeds on him. We do have a special guest in the room now, guys. That is Mighticus, co-commissioner of the APA.
What's up, guys?
Yep, he is here.
Fresh off my loss.
Fresh off your loss against Jock. Yep. I appreciate that, Jock. Alright, so there is the Darmanitan. So, what is the play here from Darmanitan? I think he's probably going to be Choice Scarfed this time instead of Banded like last time. I really do. Flare Blitz does a tremendous amount. Flare Blitz just does a tremendous amount to anything on my team. think the play is probably going to be Blastoise here. Because having Crocodile is good. Just for the Intimidate factor. I can come in on this thing later. Who did I have out there before? I had, yeah, you may not have went this way. So, I could stand with Crook, but Scarf knocks me out with the Flare Blitz, does a tremendous amount with the U-turn. How much does... I really don't want to risk my Tangrowth. I think Blastoise is just a play. He's probably just going to U-turn. But this will give me some good information. There's the U-turn. I did 23% to my Blastoise. He's banded again. My gosh. Is this thing really banded again? 23.3%. Now, if that is choice Scarf this time, so nope. Calcing the wrong Blastoise. So I'm max defense Blastoise. He is choice banded again. Yeah, he is choice banded. Got a low roll on that, but he is banded. He is choice banned. Wow. So my Blastoise is about to go down here. But he is banded, so my Weevil can handle him just a little bit better. Weevil can definitely handle him just a little bit better. So if we wear the team down, there's nothing stopping my banded Weevil. Nothing stopping my banded Weevil. Not unless Zapdos is Scarf. An offensive Scarf set. Really need my Stealth Rocks up, though. Really need my Stealth Rocks up. Or maybe he's Focus Sash itself. But we're not. This is not looking good for us here, guys. At all. So we're going to go right back out in the Tangrowth. If he returns here, he's going to take that Rocky Helmet. He did. There's the Rocky Helmet damage. So that's a plus. I think Zapdos is definitely a play he could make here. Or he may sack his Rhyperior at this point. Or he could Roost. But I do a lot to this. I do a lot to this Altaria with my Sludge Bomb. So I'm thinking about just Sludge Bombing here. And maybe picking up the poison, maybe if he goes Zapdos or something like that. Or he may predict the Leech Seed again and just Roost. I think I'm just going to Sludge Bomb here. There's Darmanitan. Do some good damage. Okay, good. Oh, if we would have just poisoned him there. So, Darmanitan is in now. Tangrowth. So Tangrowth is here.
Your sprites are kind of funny looking. I'm sure now.
Yeah, they're the Gen 5 sprites. So that did a good amount to the Darm. He's going to go for U-turn again here. While we just go to Blastoise and sack it off. Unfortunately, this kind of opens the door for that Calm Mind Suicune, but I don't really have a choice at this point. I know he's Scald, Toxic, Calm Mind, and Rest. Yeah. I'm sure he's Scald, Toxic, Calm Mind, and Rest. So he doubles. There's the Suicune. And there's my dead Blastoise. So he's got Scald, Calm Mind, Toxic. So we know he's not max defense from the damage he did earlier, or the damage that he took earlier. So what if he's no defense, or what if he's not bold? So that would do a pretty decent chunk. I kind of think I need to make a play with my Nidoqueen, or maybe Magearna. Maybe Magearna here. Because Magearna can still do some good damage to this thing. I can do some okay damage. He definitely outspeeds. I'm going to go Magearna. What am I showing? I'm showing Dazzling Gleam. What did I hit? Did I hit this thing? I think he's probably going to sack off the Rhyperior here, but I'm still going to Dazzling Gleam. Alright, so that's actually bad for us, because he can just Scald. Well, yeah, he can definitely just Scald. But he definitely has more speed than me. Did I creep Suicune? Nah, no way. I'm only 196 speed. Yeah, I did not creep Suicune. This is bad because he can just set up his Calm Mind here. But I'm tempted just to stay in and attack it. Because if he Scalds me, he can't knock me out with Scald. Hey, he doesn't have Rest. So he does not have Rest. Wow. Okay, so that's really good news, actually. That's really good news. What's his Weevil plan? Does he not have a plan for my Weevil? So he could Toxic here, predicting my Tangrowth. He could Scald here. I think I just want to Sludge Wave. Alright, so there's the Skull. That does a lot. No burn. Oh, come on now. Alright, so we do a lot of damage to this thing, which is fine, because it just opens the door. That's all it does. It just opens the door, which is what I needed for my Choice Band Weevil. He's got a Scald again to knock me out. Gonna go Tangrowth on the Scald. If he burns me, he burns me. That'd actually be better. But one time I want to burn. Now he's gonna Toxic, so I'm gonna go Magearna. We're chipping this thing down. We're chipping this thing down slowly. But he's not gonna Scald again here, because he knows I can knock him out with the Giga Drain. If he does anything, he's gonna Toxic or Double. He's gonna definitely Toxic or Double here. So he could go Zapdos. But he's really wearing me out here, unfortunately. A lot of my hope really lies in Weevil. You know? This is really looking bad, just so you know that.
I got really wore out earlier. Welch.
Alright, that's fine. This he could Roost here, or he could Earthquake. I think he could definitely Roost here. We've already seen he can't do anything to me. He's probably going to Roost, but that is what it is. Oh good, I'm so glad I did not stay in. So now I'm free just to Sludge Bomb here. I don't know if he has Roost on this thing. He has Earthquake, Dragon Dance. He's got to have Roost. But he knows he can't outstall the Roost here at this point. He also knows he can't outstall the Roost here. Please poison this thing. Please poison this thing. Come on. Come on. Give me some justice for the burns. Please. Please. So U-turn is likely here. U-turn's likely. It's all he's showing up into this point. I think we probably sack off my Nidoqueen here. I think I'm just going to sack off Nidoqueen. There's the Heat Wave. Okay. You know what? I bet you this thing's Choice Scarf. I bet you this thing's freaking Choice Scarf. This is his plan for it. It's his Choice Scarf Zapdos right here. That's the plan. That's the plan. I have this feeling that is the plan. So what does my Weevil do to this guy? I bet you he is offensive. I really do. I really do. So if he doesn't have defensive investment, I have a chance to kill. But I want to go Crocodile just to kind of scout. I want to see if this guy's Scarf. That invites in the Altaria, though. I'm gonna go Dundee anyways. I really do. I think he is Choice Scarf. I think he's Choice Scarf. And I think getting up my rocks would help. Because if I get up my rocks, I can break his Elf's Focus Sash, perhaps. And then if this thing is Scarf, I can Ice Shard. It puts in range for my Ice Shard later. So I think he withdraws here. I think he's Choice Scarf. I think that would be some heat he could bring. Because it wouldn't make sense for him to bring this exact same team that lost to SD Weevil last time. It just wouldn't make sense. Because as Rhyperior loses, yeah, Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf. Yep. Choice Scarf. So he could realistically double here back out into the Darmanitan. I'm thinking that's a play he's going to want to make too, to be completely honest. So I either have one of two options here. I taunt to prevent the Roost, or I Earthquake preventing for attacking the Darmanitan. So what does my Crocodile do to Altaria? Earthquake prevents that. This is a risky play, but I think it's one I have to make to try to win this. He's Choice Scarf. We know that. Who knows what his last move could be? He knows my Tangrowth can come in. I think the Roost is more likely here. We're going to Earthquake. We knock this thing out. Good, good, good. So we kill that thing, which is fantastic. It's fan-freaking-tastic. Oh, so there's the Darmanitan now. So Choice Banded Darmanitan is here. Choice Banded Darmanitan is here. So the U-turn is likely, or the Flare Blitz. I think Tariel has served its purpose, though, at this point in the battle. I think Tariel has served its purpose at this point in the battle. Leaving my Tangrowth around would be great for the Azelf. Because I do that thing could be Scarfed as well. I do have to keep that in mind. That could be Scarfed as well. I think we sack Tariel. Hopefully he Flare Blitzes here. He just U-turns. Okay. So he can go out into something to revenge this now. But I'm just going to attack whatever comes in. Just simply to prevent the setup from the Azelf. Or from the Zapdos, to be honest. So he chooses Suicune. He chooses Suicune to go into. Scald definitely knocks me out. Do I go? No, I think I just attack. Because he's going to Scald here. Unfortunately, he's going to get that Leftovers recovery too. Oh. He's definitely going to Scald. But I really don't want the Toxic on my guy here either. I can save this as Death Fodder for later for Darm. I think we do go Tangela on the incoming Toxic. Now he's going to Scald here. He's going to Scald here because he's going to want to knock out. Yeah. So we got burned. Thank God we got burned. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we can Leech Seed here. This is a no drawback play. The one burn I wanted, I finally got. So we're still in this just a tad. I got to figure out a Zelf's item. But I need to lock myself into knockoff. Or perhaps Ice Shard. Ice Shard should kill the Zapdos after Rocks. He's not getting rid of Rocks. He's limited how many times he can switch in Zapdos, but I'm limited how many times I can switch in Weevil. My Magearn is almost dead. my fate lies on Weevil here for sure. So there's the aim. There is that. I do not live rocks plus burn. Do you get burn or do you take... No, we take leech seed before, so if he stays asleep here... This is risky, but if he stays asleep here for a couple of turns, I may... If he stays asleep here for a couple of turns, I may can set up a shift gear with my Magirna. I think this is my only opportunity to. This is my only opportunity to. I'm not going to get this chance again. So we're shifting gears. We're shifting gears right here. We're shifting gears. Come on, stay asleep. Please stay asleep. Please, please, please. I'm begging you to stay asleep. Please stay asleep. Please, 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 please stay asleep. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you, right on. Stay asleep. Rhyperior. Please, please, please stay asleep. Please stay asleep. Allow me to get this up. Allow me to get this up. Because if I get this up, I do some damage to his team. Please stay asleep. Please stay asleep. He stayed asleep. Yes. So if he is Choice Scarf Zapdos, here's my problem. I'm 414 speed. Zapdos hits 328 speed. So do I need another shift gear is the question. He's much faster, so I would need another shift gear. Oh, it'd be a huge risk. I think I have to just attack here, though. I think my best play is probably to just attack. Because it would force the Zapdos. Yeah, I'm just going to attack, knock this thing out. Maybe he thinks I'm max speed. Maybe he won't go Zap. Maybe he won't go Zap. Maybe he will go Suicune and try to live one. But if he goes Suicune and tries to live one, I could be in pretty good shape then. Magirna, if you do this, we know Zapdos is Scarf, but what do I hit at max speed? He won't risk his Zapdos because he needs Zapdos to beat my. He needs Zapdos to beat my 251. I would outspeed it if I was max. I don't know if he goes Zapdos. I think he probably goes Suicune. But I am +1 now. Alright, so there's the Zapdos. We know he's Scarf. We know he is Scarf. Heat Wave is incoming. Heat Wave is definitely incoming. So Heat Wave will kill 2-hit KO my Crook. We know he's Choice Scarf. I don't really have a choice here. Yeah. Heat Wave could have missed too. Would have been great. So, do I 2-hit KO Suicune with Crook? Let's see, do I 2-hit KO this Suicune? Knock off into Earthquake should 2-hit KO. But he could go with Zelf afterwards. If that's the case, then that's the case. So we knock off. We knock off. Hopefully he goes Suicune. Hopefully he goes Suicune here. He most likely just sacks something off here, and it's more than likely going to be Darmanitan. I think Zapdos is more important to him. But he could just go for damage on this as well. Well, no, he needs this unless a Zelfa Scarf. If it's a Zelfa Scarf, then a Zelfa Scarf, and there's nothing we can do about that. I think we end up losing this one in a close one, but you know that doesn't mean we're going to give up here at this point. There's Suicune. There's the knock. There is zero reason at all Okay, let's think about this for a second. So I can kill this thing. I think Roar is probably his safest play here. He could just Roar, which would be horrible. He's going to go Darmanitan after this, though, to pick up a kill. He's going to go Darmanitan after this to pick up a kill. But he'll die to the Flare Blitz recoil. We're just going to kill this thing. Force him to go Darm. Force him to go Darm. Force him to go whoever he wants to go here. What do we do to his Zelf with Ice Shard? Half. So we can 2-hit KO it. This is gonna come down to it here, boys. This is most certainly gonna come down here to it. So we've seen U-turn on his Zelf. He's gonna Flare Blitz. So okay, let's play this end game out here. So he's gonna Flare Blitz. Or I guess he could. He's not gonna U-turn. He's not gonna U-turn because he dies to rocks. He's gonna Flare Blitz. So I can either sack the Tangrowth. I can either sack the Tangrowth, or I can sack the Crocodile. Because there's going to be a double down with this Flare Blitz recoil here. When we double down, he's probably going to go with Zelf to prevent the Ice Shard win. So yes, and then I go Tangrowth on that. So I Earthquake, he Flare Blitzes, please kill you. Good. So now I go Tangrowth. I go Tangrowth because we force him to go a Zelf here. I go Tangrowth because we force him to go a Zelf here. He's got to go a Zelf because if he goes Zapdos, we kill with the Ice Shard. He's got to go a Zelf. And then we should be able to do the damage we need to do to it to finish it off. We have a chance here, boys. We have a chance.
So how are you feeling right now?
Not good. Because I don't know that a Zelf is Scarf. I don't know it. Now, if he's not Scarf, I can't win. Because I can't lock myself into 2 moves. He's got to go with Zelf, though, here. Because if he goes because he can't risk me going Weavile. Because he's probably thinking I'm going Weavile here, pick up the kill with the Ice Shard. Now, if he goes Zapdos, good play. So we forced him to go with Zelf. So there is a Zelf.
The Polish Zelf.
So what does this thing do to me? We know that he is max attack. It's actually a roll to kill me if he has Fire Blast. But he could definitely pick up the kill here. Let's not make any mistake about that. He could definitely pick up the kill. I need to put this thing in Ice Shard range, so I have to Giga Drain. I hope he doesn't have Fire Blast. I have to Giga Drain. Wait, because he could go Zapdos. He could just U-turn and go Zapdos. The Giga Drain has a chance to not kill. I think I may have to Sludge Bomb. I think I have to Sludge Bomb. I actually think I Sludge Bomb. Fire Punch. Rocky Helmet. Sludge Bomb. Crit! Is this it, baby? Is this it? Do we finally reclaim that throne? Do we finally reclaim this after an hour battle? Please, 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 please. Don't pull out anything crazy here. Don't pull out the Cuss app. Oh, he dies with the Rocky Helmet. We know he's Choice Scarf. We bomb. Does the MVP pick it up? Does the MVP pick it up? Does it pick it up? Yes, we pick it up! Yes! We reclaimed that title, baby. Great game, Hugo. Great game, man. Oh my gosh. Toughest game of the season. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, what a battle, man. What a battle. That was amazing. That was amazing, Hugo. Thank you for the awesome, awesome battle. Thank you, Weevil, for being the MVP of my season. Thank you for saving me here in the finals, too. Gosh, what a game, Hugo. What a game. Can't wait to play you again next season, man. Thank you guys for watching this extremely long video, though. We are almost at an hour here. I feel like I'm recording one of Mightycus's videos here. So we're going to go ahead and stop the recording. But thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for the support throughout the season. And great game to you again, Hugo.